football used to belong to the clubs. The badge, the history, the fans. No player, no matter how great, was ever supposed to be bigger than the club. But modern football changed everything. Today, players can force transfers, control dressing rooms, influence managers, and sometimes hold entire clubs hostage. From Neymar's world record transfer, to Mbappe's contract power at PSG, to Messi's emotional Barcelona exit, the question is no longer crazy. Are players now bigger than clubs? Player power versus club authority. For decades, clubs controlled football completely. If a player wanted to leave, the club decided. If a player complained, they got benched. The badge always came first. Look at legends like Paolo Maldini at AC Milan, Steven Gerrard at Liverpool, Ryan Giggs at Manchester United. These players became symbols of loyalty. Back then, football wasn't built around individual brands. It was built around institutions. But then, television exploded. Social media arrived. Money flooded football. And slowly, players became brands bigger than ever before. In 2017, football changed forever. Paris Saint-Germain paid €222 million for Neymar. Not million. Not tens of millions. €222 million. It shocked the world. But this wasn't just a transfer. It was a warning. A superstar player had broken football's balance of power. Months earlier, Neymar helped Barcelona complete one of the greatest comebacks ever against PSG in the Champions League. That night, Neymar looked unstoppable. But despite being part of one of football's biggest clubs, he still wanted out. And he got his move. That was the moment players realized something important. If clubs can build around us, then maybe we control more than we think. Then came Kylian Mbappé, the player who became the project. One of the fastest, deadliest, most marketable footballers on earth. In 2022, the football world expected him to join Real Madrid. It looked finished, done. But suddenly, everything changed. PSG convinced Mbappé to stay with one of the biggest contracts in football history. Reports exploded across the media. Some claimed Mbappé had influence over transfers, sporting decisions, even club direction. Whether fully true or not, the perception alone changed football forever. Because now fans were asking, is the club serving the player? Or is the player serving the club? Then came the 2022 World Cup final. Argentina versus France. Mbappé scores once, twice, hat-trick, on the biggest stage in world football. Even in defeat, he looked bigger than the moment itself. And when a player performs like that, clubs don't just sign him. They protect him. They depend on him. Sometimes, they fear losing him more than losing matches. Then there were the two men who completely transformed football power forever. Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. They didn't just dominate football. They became global businesses. Every El Clasico became more than a football match. It became Messi versus Ronaldo, Nike versus Adidas, brand versus brand. Millions watched because of the players, not just the clubs. And eventually, even Barcelona couldn't keep Messi. One of the greatest players in history left the club where he built his legacy. Fans cried. The football world stopped. Because for the first time, Barcelona looked powerless. But clubs still have weapons. Ask Cristiano Ronaldo. After his explosive interview in 2022, Manchester United terminated his contract. Chelsea also pushed Romelu Lukaku away after public disagreements. Managers like Pep Guardiola believe no player should ever control the system. At Manchester City, the structure always comes first. Even superstars must adapt. Because the moment a club loses authority completely, the dressing room can collapse. So, are players bigger than clubs? The answer is complicated. Clubs still own the stadiums, the history, the trophies. But players now control attention, commercial value, social influence, fan engagement. Modern football is no longer just about teams. It's about global superstars. And when elite players shine on the biggest stages, their power becomes impossible to ignore. Maybe football has entered a new era. Not club football, not player football, but a partnership of power. And when that balance breaks, the entire football world feels it. What do you think? Should clubs always remain bigger than players? Or have modern superstars become too powerful? Drop your opinion in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep football breakdown, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Because football is more than goals and trophies. It's politics, power, and war behind the scenes.